Okay, so let's get to our meat and potatoes for today. So today is going to be much more of a personal growth focused day. We just had division meeting yesterday. We had leadership academy for all my branch managers and assistant managers on Tuesday, and you guys have just been learning a lot of Cutco knowledge and a lot of Cutco skills. So today I kind of want to take a step back and I really want to focus in more internally and focus on the personal growth aspect of things today. So you guys can title this in your notes, the 5 keys on becoming a better person. These are the 5 keys of becoming a better person. So I recently read a book. It's called Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. And Dostoevsky was a Russian novelist and philosopher. He was born in like 1830 something and died in like 1903 or something like that. I don't necessarily know when he died, but in the early 1800s, he was a pretty old guy. And he went through a lot of trials and tribulations in his life, and he was exiled, thrown into like a Russian prison camp, and then was in exile for a little bit. Went through a lot of life. But I read one of his books and he just kind of had like he had 10 basic kind of like core philosophies of how to live life. And I kind of took those and condensed them into like 5 easy, biteable, digestible pieces for you guys that I think really kind of pertains to us more than anything. So key number 1, you guys can write this down, is be better for yourself, not for other people. Be better for yourself, not for other people. So becoming better to please others means you're giving up your own freedom for the wills of others. So he goes on to explain that when you do things for others' approval and appreciation, that you give up your own personal freedoms. You give them all the power over you versus becoming a better person for you, right? So he talks about disregarding what other people think and being better for you. Don't be better for other people. Don't be better for a boss, a significant other. Become better for you. Focus inward and become the best version of yourself for yourself. So I thought that was really key and really important because I feel like a lot of times we can change for other people, or we want other people to change for us, and we focus on personal growth a lot. And we really care about the opinions of others, and especially nowadays with social media, TikTok, Instagram, and social media, we really care a lot about what other people think of us instead of just becoming the best versions of ourselves and focusing on our personal growth and looking inward and really be focused on us as a person. Because at the end of the day, you guys are the ones going through your life.
Can I throw a quote at you, Trey?
I would love a quote.
You're gonna like this one, dude. It's when you live for the praise of others, you die for the praise of them.
Facts. Bar.
Right.
Right in the book. So that's key number 1. Key number 2 is it's more important to live life. It's more important to live life. Basically, what Dostoevsky says is embrace all that life has to offer. Embrace all that life has to offer. So he talks about how rationality can often pull someone out of living in the present, meaning that when you overthink things, it takes you out of the present moment. Right? Who's ever been in a situation where they're just like so in their head that they couldn't enjoy like the movie they were watching, or they couldn't enjoy the time with the other person that they were spending time with, or you were so in your head about something that it was just a miserable time, but like looking back on it, you're like, oh, it really wasn't that bad. I was just like really in my head about it. Show of hands. Yeah. So he talks about not falling in the trap of your own mind and not overthinking anything and really enjoying the present moment. Even when Dostoevsky was in a prison camp, he writes about how he enjoyed the experience, how he enjoyed going outside, and he enjoyed getting stronger and working out and doing all of those things. And so live in the present moment, and do not live in one's own head. So yeah, so pretty much practice mindfulness, practice being here, practice being present, and enjoy life. Stop and smell the roses every once in a while. Go touch some grass. Go outside. Enjoy nature. Key number 3 is compassion and love can break all alienation. Compassion and love can break all alienation. So we should value togetherness and closeness to others as the only certainty we have in an uncertain universe. So what he was saying is that he values companionship and togetherness and closeness with other people because nothing else in life is guaranteed, right? We don't know, we're not where we're born, the class, the family, where we're born, those are all outside of our control. But what you can control is who you get close with, who you spend time with. We're all going through life together. And he's saying that that's the only constant that we have in an uncertain world. So no matter what your thoughts on religion and beliefs are, compassion and love are universally virtuous. He was saying that these are qualities, no matter where you are, age, race, gender, or religion, these are two qualities that are considered virtuous in any culture. So embrace those things. So be kind and understanding with others. When you are so involved with yourself, you tend to push others away. So being able to show love and understanding to someone who, I don't know, may be different from you, may not be as smart as you, may not have the capacity that you do, still being able to understand where they're coming from and showing love and compassion and companionship with them are keys to a better, happier life. Number 4, live life more than its meaning. Live life more than its meaning. Live and experience life at its fullest. So Dostoevsky talks about the most important part of life is living life itself. And that's the point of life. That's the meaning of life, is to actually live, to go through, experience things, and accept things for how they are and control what you can control. So he talks about there might be times where you're put in bad situations that are outside of your control. Like you can't control whether you get a flat tire. You can't control whether or not someone picks up the phone or someone buys Cutco from you. You can't control whether someone likes you or doesn't like you. And there's a lot of factors in our life that are outside of our control. And a lot of people get caught up in that, and they don't really tend to live their life to the fullest because they get caught up in all the outside factors. So he talks about accepting things for how they are and working towards and trying to change them. Now, if you can't change them, learning how to accept that. So like, for example, like we can't control the way the US government works, right? We can try, but it's not going to go very far, right? So we need to learn how to accept things for how they are. And he said that this really helped him find peace later on in the years later in his life. And number 5, and this is one that I kind of want to spend a lot of time on, is learn to enjoy suffering. Learn to enjoy suffering. So Dostoevsky says that pain is a part of the human experience. Pain is a part of the human experience, just like any other emotion of happiness, sadness, anger, anxiety, whatever it is, it's all part of the human experience. And to enjoy suffering means to enjoy and revel in the complexity of life with whatever else it has in store for us. Basically, what that translates to is if you feel that pain, if you feel the suffering, that's part of the human experience. Other things will come and happen in life, and it's not forever, it's temporary. And he said suffering breathes hope into us, and it breathes hope into people, hoping that things will get better. Being able to have that happiness and experience happiness later in life is going to be so key, because if there was no pain, if there was no suffering in the world, then happiness would mean nothing. There's nothing to compare it to, right? And so he dives very deep in this aspect of it, of like, hey, without sadness, happiness means nothing. Without happiness, sadness means nothing. So be grateful for whatever pain, trials, tribulations happen in your life, because that means that you're human. That means you're experiencing life. And that will give you a chance and opportunity for when happiness does come to feel it at full force, which is really cool. And I thought that was a really good perspective on it. So those are kind of my 5 quick keys on becoming a better person and living a happy, more fulfilled life.